Galatians 5 verse 18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. As stated yesterday, when we say the whole world, all countries, they all take orders from Freemason. Of course, as I said, behind Freemasons, there is also control by the anointed of God. So, Psalm 2 says, finally, they will treat God's anointed ones as alien beings, rise up together to resist. But, even for aliens, all ruled by us, the time travelers. That creates an interesting balance. The determination of the king and the priests were tested together. Otherwise, wouldn't all the royal families have had no chance to test their faith? So, they have their own tests. The test comes from behind them. There are greater forces that control the world. This has been true since ancient times. This became their training. In every man's life, they have their own trials, decisions, and experiences. It is essential to know that without the Zion message, our minds are not big enough to transcend the universe. As we know from the star apocalypse, whether it's UFOs, aliens, bases on the moon, etc., more powerful than God's confirmation of Zion by the arrangement of the stars in the sky? Let me ask you, can you reach this level? Line up the stars in the sky? Or maybe, can you take over history and put 4794 in Pegasus, and connect our living area with Pegasus? Can you really do that? That's not possible. What I'm referring to now, it contains all the stars in the sky. Can you, before we're even born, take Pegasus as the blueprint to build Zionyang and Shihan? Can you really do that? In fact, even when humans talk about aliens, and like ordinary humans, the chance to die in a traffic accident, the Roswell UFO incident, is proof of that. Now, some people claim aliens are gods. How is that possible? At best, it's an alien goldfish. In fact, you'll find, when we shared the Zion message, it was as if we were ready for what was to come. And the reason is, we know, the true God who has always confirmed us, it is beyond time and space. Those so-called alien creatures, exists only in this space and time. We are far from being as great as this great God who confirms us. Which tells us more, and though we are so small in all things, even with God's blessing, have a rich life, but compared to all things, we are still tiny. But in reality, our importance in God's eyes, available from all cultural codes, common message numbers, and all the common messages from this year, last year, the past, it has been proved, for the whole of human history, not nearly as crucial as Zion's shaping plan. Add to that the sum of all space and time, not even close to our existence. So, in the Secret of Time message, I have mentioned absolute existence in time. That's why God uses so many testimonials about time, to confirm us. In a word, time is for us. That is, anyone and anything can miss, only the Church of Zion cannot be missing. Therefore, many testimonies will be of not deviating even for a day. Even after the information is shared, we didn't find some secret, just a one-time occurrence. It's not. Instead, it's a steady stream of those common messages. A day is not wrong, confirmation, and what I do, what I say, what I feel from God, it's all summed up in every message I share, proves that we are led by God without deviation for a single day, absolute existence in time. Just imagine, even those flying saucers, it takes light years to reach Earth. How can it be compared to the fact that we are in absolute existence in time? Time is under our future control, it's all at our disposal and control. This is the real reason why God has been laying so many seals, for us to know the truth. In fact, from now on, we will see the collapse of Christianity all over the world, especially when UFOs appear. Many people and churches cannot explain this phenomenon. Because the urban church is still serving in a realistic environment, including cold and flu healing, called healing, asking a person in a wheelchair to stand. Still maintaining the level of experiencing God in that era. In contrast to the Church of Zion, almost complete God's eternal production, the Church of the Bride. Imagine if we didn't have that common message, the Church of Zion remains as it was before the Zion message. Even if we share for another 10 or 20 years, it's no match for what's happening in the world. In contrast, since sharing the Zion message, we already know the truth, and found that no matter how much the world changed, no matter how great, even with UFOs, or a pair of eyes appear on the moon looking at us. These, too, are far less valuable than Zion's existence. Clearly, this is precisely what we have witnessed with our own eyes. The whole world, the existence of history, is directed to Zion, including the sun, moon and stars, the zodiac, all the stars in the sky, for horses, the Bible, the history of what happened on earth, and what happened in the past, present, and future, it all points to Zion. So, for us today, it really is a different thing. Then again, as you can imagine, and now that I've revealed more, it is an easy thing to practice the truth. Even if the people of today are martyred, compared to the eternity that can't be given up. They will also feel that it is just a matter of life. Especially when some people are over 60. The remaining days are limited even if the Lord Jesus does not return. If we are to be martyred and sacrifice for the Lord, in contrast, the only one is a bad life, because what we have in eternity, it is indeed too great to imagine. Not Kenneth Copeland, not Kenneth Hagin, any truth ever taught, comparable, it's not Benny Hinn, Catherine Kuhlman. Paul Cain has organized large gatherings that have touched all levels. Indeed, Zion has transcended the level of existence. Like I said, Zion can only be described as absolute existence in time. Moreover, God is constantly confirming this point. Imagine how crazy it is. If it is only an absolute presence in the region. In contrast, Zion is absolute from the beginning of time. The latter is really crazy. And God is in the past, present, and future, with every detail, every occurrence, to confirm us. Galatians 5 verse 18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law.
Stoke the flames, let it burn. Revival is birth. Bones that dried all awaken now. The dead shall rise again from the earth. I'm letting loose this fire in me, this world has never seen. Feel it coursing through my veins now, and spread to every heart in the wild. Let's change the world, change history. Like Moses we shall part the troubled seas, for nothing can stand in our way. Let's rise.